What's going on YouTube? It's Clark from the Barefooted Gardener. Today I'm going to show you how to rhizome prune running bamboo. Let's get started. Alright guys, so this is my clump of yellow groove bamboo. I planted this August of last year. Today you need to rhizome twice a year. So once in July and then again at the end of the season. I like to do it sometimes 3 times because this stuff, when it grows, is vigorous, and the rhizomes will grow. It only really shoots once a year. So if you'll notice, I green manure this area, so I've got a big pile of debris that also serves as mulch for this guy over the winter. Just to make sure, our winters, we've had a couple years ago a -15, and that would absolutely make yellow groove bamboo die back to the root. So to ensure that I always, that it's alive, I like to mulch, and the retaining wall right there, that's a cool shot, also helps to retain the leaves over the winter so that they don't blow around the rest of the yard. So what you're looking at here looks like a mess, but these are the rhizomes, and this is what you pruned. So this is the shoot tip is what will grow massive amounts. So what you got to do, the tools that you'll need are hand pruners and a spade. That is an all steel spade. Ace of Spades is a good brand. The thing you got to be careful of, that little sticker right there, because it's all metal, if you work with that thing near electric lines and you go through it, you're gonna get zapped. Hopefully it's low voltage. So the spade is useful for, you can see I already started, is driving it in the ground for the majority of it, and you get it, the spade, basically as deep as it'll go, and if you feel it go through something like a stick, that's how you know you have found a rhizome. Now, the shoot tips will grow at astounding rates, like as fast as bamboo. So what I like to do, even like this one here, doesn't necessarily need to be trimmed, but even still, I like to trim it off. That way, it's contained, and it's not going to go against the foundation. So you just want to go ahead, what I like to do is just trim these. Besides when you look at like the length of the branches, they're pretty long, so a stem growing that close to the house wouldn't even look all that great. And in terms of, and I've got a pile of all the rhizomes I've clipped right here. You don't really need to worry about bamboo going up against the foundation of your house unless it's an old foundation that's cracked. Bamboo will not crack foundations. You can see right here, this one started to go along the foundation of the house, and it just curves right with it. These can also be replanted should you want more. So basically what you're doing is I'm looking for, I have my pruners handy and my shovel, and I'm looking for stuff like this. Now again, and you want to do this before winter and freezing, or winter, because the silica inside the shoots and the roots will make it harden, and if you wait until spring to do this, they'll be much harder and you'll have to probably use loppers. So again, just kind of cut the tip off, and I'll just kind of demonstrate, not really do it with the spade because I've got my camera in my hand, but basically you just form a perimeter. Basically go along here, one shovel width at a time, close to the house, further away. Watch out for your surfaces too. Again, that's kind of the disadvantage to the metal spade, but you can go through anything with this metal spade. It's super tough. It's literally impossible to break. Well, within reason. So you just go along your perimeter, wherever that may be, and you want to just, sorry for the shakiness, drive it in the ground, and I've hit clay, so bamboo is not going to go through clay. It really likes the loose stuff. So you would hear a snap if it were hitting a rhizome. And you want to do that along your whole perimeter. If the roots are shallow, the rhizomes rather, sometimes they make little loops like this. If they're shallow, that's another good use for the hand pruners. And you can see right here, I've got 2 of them going this way. Now, it's important that, and that'll all go back up as free mulch, the leaf debris. It's important that it doesn't go into the lawn. Now, one of the things is, I have black plastic edging in this bed, which is great for making your edging crisp and low maintenance. But this is only about 4 inches in the ground, so the roots, the rhizomes rather, will go under, or since this is real thin plastic, it might even be able to punch through this. You can see I have my boundary at least a foot from the edge of the bed, just to keep it, and then I also keep it away from the retaining wall because the paver base or crusher run underneath, I don't want to disturb that. This has lily of the valley all throughout during the growing season, rather during spring and summer. Once it starts to get brown, I cut it out or cut it back, and that helps to kind of, because this line can be rather apparent. And the grade change right here is not necessarily the most attractive thing to look at. So I've got ground cover, and that's kind of a nice little thing so that you're not looking at like a trench all the time. So that's how you do it. One final note is if you guys live in a warmer climate, like a zone 8 or warmer, where your winters are 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit at the coldest, try growing bambusa. That's a more of a tropical, subtropical clumping bamboo, but it gets big, thick stems and thus far gets tall. The main purpose that I grow running bamboo, and most people, is to get tall, thick stems, which is kind of like, I guess, the symbol, I guess you could say, of bamboo. So yeah, Bambusa oldhamii is a good cultivar. They do take their width is much bigger than like a Fargesia or something, but that's just something to keep in mind. I hope you guys learned something. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.